Now that she knows she's a superheroine, the young girl reveals that she wants to talk to Chang Ting. Excited to hear what's coming, the young man agrees, saying he's all ears. Seeming to know something important, the girl reveals that the government is recruiting a big team of people with abilities. After revealing what she knows, Sakura-sama is firm in saying that she intends to join this new troop of fighters and invites the young man to go with her. However, as we already know, our invincible hero is not at all interested in being part of this team of government people. Noticing her friend's negative response, the girl tries to keep insisting because she knows that her friend's help will be extremely important. According to Sakura-sama, it would be very important to have her friend on the team since he would help with all the logistics of attacks by knowing things. However, making Sama extremely sad, Chang Ting does not want to miss the chance to be an independent young man. There's not much to say at this moment because our brave one seems determined to pursue a solo career. After the young man makes his position clear, she seems to understand his side but makes a point of saying that he has her support. Taking advantage of this opening, the boy, who is completely broke, says he needs a bit of money. That somehow seems to please Sama because, according to her, her family has plenty of spare money. Noticing that she's feeling proud, he takes the chance to ask for $1 billion, which leaves Takedo completely embarrassed. At that moment, he realizes he went too far and decides to correct his offer, asking for $5 million. Seeing that her friend is pushing the limits, the girl tries to scold him and tells him to be ashamed of himself. After the pointless speech, Sakura-sama says she has the money and that he just needs to give her his account number for her to make the payment. Takedo nearly has a heart attack when he realizes that the girl was actually serious and was going to send that money. Pulling his friend aside, Chang Ting starts saying goodbye, claiming that he will send the account number but needs to go. It seems he needs to go handle some problems. At that moment, his friend gets irritated because once again, he's making decisions without consulting him or asking for his opinion. At that moment, Sama starts wondering why young Chang Ting needs such a large amount of money. Far from there, the story continues in another scene of the hospital. From what his friend remembered, Ting had given a big speech about the monetary system collapsing, which makes him question his friend's request, who answers that they need to set up a mercenary organization, and that requires money. At that moment, Takedo gets super excited because knowing his friend will be the captain, obviously he will be the vice captain. First, our hero needs to go rest in the mountains, and second, if necessary, he will have to threaten someone. That worries his friend a lot because now he's starting to talk like he's a major villain. But what really matters is that they need to train to conquer the next abyssal seed. That sounds weird to Takedo, who stays silent for a few seconds. Letting out a loud scream, the young man panics near the hospital's escalator. Far from there, we see the training academy. But before anything else, it's already clear that the two friends are lying on the ground, extremely tired from fighting. On television, the reporter seems to announce that the world depends on the strength of the team that will face the enemies. According to the news, the security department is doing everything it can to gather a team of specialists to save the planet. Even tired from training, both Chang Ting and Takedo try to talk and plan the next steps of their adventure. It seems there's not much time left before our heroes face one of the biggest challenges of their lives, and the young man is already dreaming about that day. At that moment, young Ting gets up saying that time is very tight and the day of the battle is approaching. However, before he could finish his train of thought, the young man sees something evil forming right in front of him. The two friends jump toward the threat to try to defend themselves from the brutal attack. Unleashing all her hatred, the villain, Scorpiana, is determined to destroy our heroes with her demonic powers. However, just as she was about to unleash all her hatred, something unexpected happens. Immediately, the hottie remembers bumping into Chang Ting in the hotel hallways that day. Seeing that there was some kind of spark between them, Takedo asks if his friend knows that creature from somewhere. Throwing herself on the ground in a very daring way, the woman tries to seduce our favorites by asking for a little water. But before his friend could do anything stupid, Takedo jumps toward the place where the water is stored and hands a bottle to the woman. At that moment, something very unusual happens because the mischievous Scorpiana touches his hands. Noticing that his friend starts to weaken, the woman asks if he's going to stay quiet and if he has a girlfriend. Not only that, being even bolder, the shameless woman teases the boy even more. At this moment, the young man no longer knows what is right or wrong and is paralyzed by what is happening. Having no patience for those little games, Chang Ting complains